different than anything I've been a part of. And I found so many people that were so genuine. Like the integrity level there was above anything that I've ever been in. I've never been in a room with this kind of integrity where everybody had the same passion for what they were doing. And it wasn't about the money. And there was a lot of people that were making a lot of money, yes, but it was about helping the mission and helping other people get healthy. And by doing that, their income continued to grow. So just flash forward, 3.5 years, I've lost 110 pounds. I've maintained that for over 2 years. So this isn't a fluke. This isn't something that doesn't work. We know this works long term. But what we've also gained over the last 4 years is our finances. You know, things have really changed for Michelle and I. Michelle was able to come home from a full-time job, and she carried our insurance for our family. I was able to leave my full-time job last February and been able to come home and be a full-time health coach. I can tell you, if this is your desire to grow, like really grow a business and to have an equity type business, and I can tell you, I've been searching my whole life for what Opta offers. Like the business model that we have is beyond anything I've ever seen. But the truth is, the wheel's already been created. It's not something that needs to be recreated. It's truly, Michelle and I, the only thing we've done is follow what Adam and Gina have put in front of us. We haven't recreated the wheel. We haven't spent any money in advertising or marketing it up. We've just really been real intentional in what we do. So just know that there's a big opportunity here for you. There's a lot of possibilities. You have Vera, you have Terry and David, you have Ray and Drew. You have a tremendous amount of people in your line that know what they're doing, that really lead with their heart. It's more about caring and sharing, not selling and telling. So that's our story. That's where I'm coming from.
Awesome.
Michelle, can add to
yeah.
that?
So we are, Brad and I are the creators of Healthy 365. So I know you guys know that page. We're adding all of our clients to that page. And so I just wanted to go over what the purpose of that page is and kind of why we created it. As Brad said, when we got to an event, he saw the community. And we know as one of the 4 components how important community is. And so if you guys, as you're adding your clients in Healthy 365, we're intentionally putting them under a pinned post. And if you've read that pinned post, it's really hitting on 3 key points. One is, if you're struggling in your journey, reach out to your coach. And the reason, there was a whole discussion the other day, why are people telling me to reach out to my coach? The truth is you know your clients the best. When clients are putting in the page, I'm not losing any weight, well, maybe they're not sleeping or their stress levels are out the roof. And as a coach, we know that can affect their weight loss. So that's why it says that in there. We really do want to encourage our clients to always reach out to us. We do have that open door. We're calling our clients once a week, but gosh, if they're struggling, we're not going to turn them away. So that's one of the key components of that of the group. The second thing is it is a secret group and it's a safe place for our clients. So that is why our clients can add their friends and family to the group. We want to make sure that a health assessment is completed so clients understand, what our program's about. And just because we've been doing this, I've been coaching for 3.5 years, we've just learned from mistakes. And so if you put someone in a group who doesn't know what the program's about, you know what happens? They type in the page, well, how much does this cost? Or how many times a day are you eating? And then everyone else is like, why are you in this page if you don't know what's going on? So I'm just trying to give you guys some of the background of why we do the things that we do. The third thing about the page is that there's no trading or selling or exchanging of food. And I will tell you, if that was allowed, the whole page would become about trading and selling food. And so we really, as health coaches, we want to take the focus off the food. It's not about the food. If you don't love the chocolate crunch, the Drizzle chocolate crunch bar, you have 2 choices. Either eat it till the box is gone or exchange it through the company. And so we, if clients want to trade on their own, awesome, but we're just not going to encourage that. And you're going to see there's other groups out there outside of Healthy 365 where people are trading. If you're in those groups, I'm going to encourage you to get out of those groups fast. We don't want to encourage our clients to trade. 1, if you're trying to build a business, you want your clients ordering food through you. And 2, that's really how the company knows they're your clients. The only way we know they're our clients is because they're ordering. That's how the company determines, I got to pay them. And if they're not ordering from you because they're buying from some other group, then you're not getting paid. So none of us are going to work for free. I mean, we love helping people. Of course, that's why we're health coaching, but no one goes to their job each and every day and doesn't get paid. So I just wanted to give a little bit of background about the purpose of that group. The other thing that I thought was really important, because we just want to give you some tips to kind of move forward, and I think I'm talking fast because I know we have a lot to cover in a short amount of time, but we really do have this duplicable system. And like Brad said, you know, if you follow the system, if your desire is to grow, we can help you grow super fast. So our coaches are Gina and Adam Eccles. And if you've ever gotten on our Tuesday night calls, you've had a chance to see them. And Brad and I literally just copied what they did. And so we grew a big business. Terry and David copied what we did. Ray and Drew copied what Terry did. And Vera is doing the same. And so we really have this amazing system. So when you start a new client, I'm going to talk really quickly about when you start a new client. Well, first, we're going to do that health assessment. We're going to ask all those questions. We're really going to dig deep to find out why they want to be a client. And then we're going to explain the 4 components. Then after they say yes, we're going to order them the Essential Optimal Kit with the Habits of Health system. Or you can order them on the go. But the truth is you want to keep your life as easy as possible. Most people who are health coaches have a full-time job. And so we're trying to make this as easy and as simple and quick for you. So just order the kits, unless they want the Select Kit. There is another kit that is our premium line. If they want that, you can get that. But we really don't customize. I've been coaching for 3.5 years. Unless there's a severe allergy, there's really no reason to customize, because there's such a great policy with the company that they can just return it and get what they want instead. So order that kit. Send them the welcome email. We have a great welcome email that gives them links and so much information. Send them that right away. Add them to the Healthy 365 page. Tag them in the pin post. And then make sure they're going to call you before they get started. And you're going to do that journey kickoff. You're going to send them the video and that night before call. And so this is really the system of how we get someone started. It's very simple. And the truth is we really want everyone following the same model. As administrators and creators of the page, Brad and I, just people reach out to us all the time, whether they know us or not. And sometimes we'll say, my coach didn't send me the email, or how come my coach didn't do this for me? And the truth is if we're all on the same page and we're all doing the same thing, we won't get those kind of concerns. So we're trying to make it simple, easy. I mean, literally the email that we send, copy, paste, like we want it as easy. We don't want you guys spending time creating. You don't need to. I mean, like Brad said, we don't spend money on marketing. We don't even own business cards.
But let me just add some value here. When you're duplicating the system, it's not personality driven. And some of you are rock stars. Some of you are really good, but you might scare away your clients to being coaches because you are so good. But if they know there's a system in place where it's not personality driven, that means anybody can do it. And what we mean by transferring the skills is making sure that when you ever play telephone? When you were a little kid, you said something, and then 3 people down the road said something, and it goes down and down, but then the story changes as it goes on. Same thing here. We just want to make sure that each coach is getting exactly what we're doing. So if you're doing the exact same thing and you make it a simple system, then your clients are going to know that it's a simple system. And whatever we do gets duplicated. So if I custom order for somebody, guess what? When they get a client, guess what they're going to do? They're going to custom order. And it just becomes, again, about the food and not the program and the other 3 components that the program offers.
Right. So I know we talked a long time. So the bottom line is we just want to be a good coach, because the truth is if you want to grow a good, big, equitable business, you want to start with being a good health coach, good client support, setting your clients up for success. So Vera, I'm so sorry that I spoke long. I could go on and on, but I'm going to turn this back over to you.
All right, guys. All right, I hope you listened to whatever Brad and Michelle said over there. They said a lot of good stuff. A lot of you already know that stuff. It was just to reiterate and stress how important doing everything following the system is. And I hope you'll stay doing all of that. Don't change it. Don't bother changing it. Just do it over. There's still more important that needs to get out. And I believe Terry and David over there maybe want to offer what they have to say. They have a lot of experience and also helped me drastically. Guys, I'm going to give you the floor.
Hi, thank you so much. So we are so thrilled to be here and really see everyone on this amazing team that Vera has created. One thing just about David and I, when we started, I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. David lost 45 pounds in 4 months. And that was all by help with Brad and Michelle, which was amazing. And that's when we were offered this wonderful gift of becoming healthy. And thankfully took it because it really has helped and changed our lives drastically. We also were in we're not in the best situation, and I shared that with my health coach, and she said, "You're gonna, if you follow the system and do everything to full, you will grow a very big business." And I was one that just did action. We just did whatever Michelle and Brad told us to do, and thank God we got to meet Drew and we got to meet Vera and all of you now. One thing that I really wanted to speak to, something that I work a lot with, is with nutrition support. And one of the tips that I have found with them is that they're a great resource when I send my clients for specific basic things, maybe recipes that we want to convert, because they're the ones the right way for us. When clients complain that they're hungry and a coach says to them, "You know what, why don't you nutrition support a call?" A lot of times what we're finding is that nutrition support, they want to change their program. And maybe instead of keeping them on the 5 and 1, when we know they really could be on the 5 and 1, they might be telling them, maybe you should try a 3 and 3, maybe a 4 and 2, or a 4, 2 and 1. But to be honest, they really have to do that because they have to fit in the guidelines of compliance. We've seen over 2.5 years of coaching, and sometimes when we're not sure what to do, going to Michelle and asking that really what clients need is they really need to have you go back to them and really go through their day and see what they're actually doing, because 9 times out of 10, we can figure out where the little tweak needs to be, and then we can change that. And the one great thing is that we all have business coaches. And so most of you, Vera is a business coach. Ray and Drew, me and David, we're all help. We want to get on Zooms with you all. We want to help you with your clients, because if you hear it over and over again, you're going to know exactly what you need to tell your clients. Sometimes it's just hearing it from someone who's been doing it a little bit longer. And the thing is really bringing your clients to the Zooms and really getting a journal from them, maybe doing it a couple of days. That might be, maybe it's just they're mixing fats with fat, like adding fats when they don't need to be adding fat. It's so simple. So I would really encourage that, and we can help to do what works best for them. The other thing is, when a client asks about is something, how much is this? Really, why don't we just send them back all the resources we have? Everything is listed in Team Heyman. I'll have the condiment list. We have the dairy list. Nutrition support gets bombarded with questions. A lot of times we have the resources. So the fact that we have them, we should really take the opportunity and use them and let our clients know where they are. Even from day one, we can let our clients know for a more extensive list. Don't just email them all the information. Let them know. Go to Healthy 365. Go find all of this. And then they'll start integrated in Healthy 365. They'll get to see the value of Healthy 365. They'll get the support of Healthy 365, which so clients really, really do like. And the last thing is that when a client's on medication that we haven't heard of, or maybe they have an illness that we haven't heard of, you can go to Vera first and say, "Have you heard of this?" If she hasn't heard of it, that's when we go to nutrition support. Can a client do this? Which program is good for them? But check with Vera first. She's learned so much in such a short amount of time. And if she doesn't know, she's going to say, "I'm really not sure. Let me find out." And that's what you're going to hear. That's a great question. I'm not really sure the answer. I'll find out, you know. They're not looking for a hero coach. They're looking for someone who's going to walk the journey with them. So that's really my best advice for you.
So just to sort of sum up, what Terry's talking about is empowering your clients, not spoon feeding them, because that is the flip of being the hero coach. You are spoon feeding them, you're giving them everything. You don't want that. What you want to do is to give them the tools so that they can make this a lifelong pathway, that they are empowered. They are empowered to travel with you at their side, helping them, but not direct every single step. And the other thing that Terry was saying is to use your mentorship line, because quite honestly, you have accumulated many years worth of experience. And most of the time, if Vera hasn't seen it, she'll bump it up to one of us. And quite honestly, between all of the people on your mentorship line, most likely we've encountered not just one, but maybe 2, 3, or 4 clients who've walked that same path as the same person that you're doing an assessment on. And she may not even have to go to nutrition support. She may be able to one of us and say, oh yeah, sure, we've had somebody successfully lose 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 6 pounds, whatever it is, whatever their ailment or their illness is, or whatever it is that their issue that they're dealing with. And obviously, if it is something that's exotic, then yes, we will turn it over to the professionals. But the whole idea behind mentorship is that this is an apprenticeship. You are learning by delving into and sampling the experience of all the people that are upline.
That we can email nutrition support whenever we need, because within 24 hours they get back to us. So we don't even need to really call them, which is great because they get so bombarded. They love emails. They told me that over and over again. So just do it and they'll get back to you. Great meeting, everyone. Thanks, Vera.
Hey guys. All right. You just heard it all. You heard all about nutrition support and your mentorship line. I really, really recommend using your mentorship line. That's what they're here for. They're here to help us. So that business that we all have, each and every one of you have your own Facebook, use it. They're all in there. Ray and Drew are there to answer a lot of questions. Some of you might have even Terry in there or Michelle or there. We're all here for you, and it's an amazing. Now I'm to my coach, Ray and Drew Lloyd. I know Ray's not feeling so well, so I don't know where she's located right now, but Drew's there. Drew, I want you to give off your great tips and your advice to the team.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, Ray would like to be here, but unfortunately, Pink picked her to be out today. And anyways, so hopefully I'll give over her best and mine. So I'm glad you guys all got the chance to meet all of our mentorship line. Everybody's been saying, just to reiterate, everybody's here for you. Support if you have any questions, anything like that. We like David had said, we are really we've all some type of client with an issue or anything like that. So please ever don't feel free to reach. So there's a few I just wanted to touch on. One of them is bring Zooms. And when I first, let me back up for 1 second. Hi, my name is Drew. I lost 60 pounds on program. I have kept it off for almost a year now. My wife also lost 60 pounds. The understatement of the year is this program completely changed my life. I don't know where I would be without it. I work in an operating room. I recently went part-time job to pursue health more full-time. Instead of helping people after they're sick, I help people get preemptive, get better before they have issues. And this is awesome. So anyway, back to the Zoom part. So in the beginning, when I first started bringing on clients, I said to myself, I don't know, why do I have to do a Zoom? We'll just talk and I speak to them every week. I just didn't get it. As a newcomer, okay, what's the big deal? And then I started bringing Zooms. And I realized that it just makes sense, because I would speak to a client and they would say, everything's going great. I'm drinking my water, I'm eating my fuelings, but I lost half a pound. And I say, well, okay, let's, you're a week in, let's talk to my coach. And we would do a Zoom with Terry. And my coach didn't tell me that they're a vegetarian. And all the recipes I sent them, they never mentioned to me that they don't eat chicken. And so they thought that they had no protein option. So besides for learning things that you would never know, not necessarily because you're a bad coach, it's just sometimes they don't feel comfortable telling everything to you, but somebody outside that your business coach, they'll feel comfortable saying, yes, I run 4 miles a day and I'm on 5 and 1. So Zooms are very important. Besides that, our coaches, so our business coach, can help identify those people that would make great health coaches. And so somebody you might say, oh, they've got a great personality, or got a great reach. So then you would let your business coach know, and then they'll be able to bring those things up in your Zoom call, besides for their check-in and celebrating them. So basically, successful clients lead to either referrals or successful coaches. So Zooms are very important. A little add-on to this part, it is also important for everybody, because we all are currently growing large businesses and have grown large business. Besides for being duplicable, everything from the top, from the beginning, to be very organized. And for you guys and for everybody, it's in your best interest, your client's best interest, your best interest, to do things a certain way. And so we found that when you're messaging on your support page and on Facebook, that's why we created for you, is to reach out to those people in your mentorship line. Because when you say, hey, who's available to do a Zoom, or who's available to do a celebration, or whatever, there's more than just one person available to do those for you. And in addition, I would say, usually I tell my direct coaches, like, hey, can you do me a favor? I have a really packed schedule. I want to make sure I fit everybody in. Can you let me know, like, on Sunday or Monday, if you have somebody you want to plan a specific day, is struggling and they need really, their attention as soon as possible, I can kind of fit them in, knowing ahead of time what my schedule is going to be like. And so going forward, you'll find, in addition to the coaching and the adding value, is really where the Zooms come, because they don't know what they don't know. So if you bring a client to a Zoom, all in, they found a whole world that they had no idea existed. Like, they right now live on an island of, oh, I'm on Drew's diet island and I lost pounds, but I really see someone else losing 14. So as soon as you bring the Zoom, all of a sudden things become, oh my God, there is thousands of people doing this, and everyone at a different journey, and we're all doing the same thing, whether you need to lose 80 pounds or 300, eating 5 meals, clean and green. And so I love Zooms. In the beginning, I questioned it a little bit, but my coach, Terry and David, have been awesome, and their coaches, Brad and Michelle. And honestly, I don't even feel like it's like oh, they're my coach and they're their coach's coach. We're all this massive family that everybody wants to grow and help you grow and be successful. So reach out, and we'll be here for you. Your cue, Vera.
Okay. All right, I guess it's up. And what I wanted to share all is to, just like we said, follow the lead from the ones before you. Well, I'm going to share with you my story, because a lot of you, I was your coach, or I still am your coach. I'm always going to be your coach. Hero coaching. I fall into prey of what it is, a hero coach. I guess some of you actually benefited from me being a hero coach, because why not? You had a hero on your side, right? I was there for every second, for every single bingle text message, for every phone call, to tell you exactly what you needed to eat, when you needed to eat it, how to prepare, everything. And you know what that led to? As my business was growing, I couldn't keep up. I couldn't go to the bathroom without coming back. That said 88. Or one time I actually took a screenshot and sent to Pro and said, what the hell is, I don't even know. I can't even, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I can't be there for everyone. The phone is ringing off the hook, because everybody thought that I was their personal little teeny person that was with them long at any, including past 1 o'clock in the morning. Ask my husband, he'll vouch. He's not here right now, but he'll vouch to me. It's not what the model of the whole system is. And when I learned to find, oh, is that why Drew said that I send that out? Oh, is that why I shouldn't be answering the question? Oh, and little light bulbs started off in my head saying, I don't know why I thought that my way is the better way. A little bit yeah, it's fun. The first week of clients being on program, they do need you, and you should be there, and you really should help them, because if you don't think program is simple enough or easy enough, they're going to fall off program. They should be comfortable. So I'm not telling you this does not in regard to the first 4 days of program. But after that, you're a good coach if you're doing all those things. If you're going to their house, if they're sitting in your house asking you to make them fuelings, that's not a good coach. A good coach is going to teach them how to do program themselves. If Drew decides to be in surgery, or Ray is selling a wig or something, and I should know how to make my own meal, shouldn't I? I'm not 2 years old. I'm a grown up. I have the papers. I got the Facebook. I got it all. So everybody else should do the same thing. They never told me what to do. Why am I telling everybody else what to do? I don't know. I started this program with a few friends. Sharon's on it, Marjorie's on it. We all started together. I don't think nobody ever asked me though. They figured it out. Why are these new clients so annoying? It's not their fault. It's because I let them be. I let them know that I was going to do everything. And I totally have learned my lesson. I am a coach. The clients that I'm now coaching are they are successful, because if I don't answer them in 5 seconds flat, they are going to look for the answer themselves, because they have the answer. Everyone has their answers in front of them. It's great. And what we started in the beginning, that chat thing, where it was a lot of fun when we only had 10 clients, try doing it with 130. Fun. Those chats are not fun. They want to make their own chats with their friends to discuss program. Let them do it. I know it helped me. I had my friends in a chat for a coach. Totally not cool. It doesn't work. It falls apart in your face. Everything wrong. I think my inch moving. I don't know. But everything I learned because I did it and I tried it my way. Now I try it their way. And let me do, their way is right. It's there for a reason. That's why they have it that way. That just follow it. Really follow what you're supposed to do, and the program, the clients still call you. That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go into the phone calls. Once I started really following, I do everything via text. Every client deserves. Everything changed. My phone is silent. I can go to the bathroom and come back, and maybe I have 3 messages. And one of them might just be my friend asking if I want to go out for coffee, not a client. It changed, and it changed because I stopped it. And if you started from the beginning, a lot of you are new coaches. If you proctor it the right way from the beginning, you'll have that freedom that I am first getting to look at my other business that, I don't know, I keep looking at my schedule here. I got a schedule now and I know how to plan. And when I see what I do for Opta, the time is different. I was able to go to the mall last week, Wednesday, and it was my call day. But those phone calls are only 5 minutes now. They're not 45 minutes. It's, hi, what's doing? How was your week? And a lot of times they go, it's great. Thanks for calling. I bought a new dress, or I did this and I feel amazing. That's all it should be, right? Because they already know how to do program. So that's where I wanted to leave off with is, don't become your own new super coach. Be the coach that you're paid to be and that you should be. You're not a therapist. You're not a chef. You're not a secretary. You're not really a secretary. How many people of here have had to physically place people's orders for them, reorders? Hi, could you get me barbecue crunchers? It's like, what, have a web, like you don't have a computer? Everybody has a phone. Everybody can call 188 Opta. Don't do it. Don't be that person that ends up being a slave, because you're not getting paid to do that. So don't bother. And just to put your personality in it. Just make it fun. The program is supposed to be fun and rewarding at the same time. And coaching, I find, is the same exact thing. It should be rewarding and fun at the same time. So that's my advice to you as far as being a hero coach. And I don't know how you want me to end it. Close off, Michelle, but I don't know what you do.
Yeah, Vera, that was so good. And I know you're just speaking from the heart, because you had to learn. You just had to learn from experience. And a lot of the tips that you guys heard tonight, was just from stuff that we have learned from over time, from maybe some mistakes we've made, and we just want to help you avoid those pitfalls. And so we have really seen the system of what can work and what does work best. And the truth is, when Vera was saying this is fun, this is a blast. Like, I'm so excited that I got to come on and you know, just see your faces. I'm hoping we'll get to see more of you. You know, the truth is every Tuesday night we have our community Let's Talk call, and then straight from there we go into a coach training. And really where we want to steer you guys is to our Tuesday night call from 9 to 10. You know, I'm going to encourage you to block out that hour, you know, every single week. It really is valuable as far as gaining information, but the truth is we get to come together and it's a lot of fun. You know, one of the things, this chat room was really quiet here tonight because I think you guys are just learning, but I know that there's a lot of chat going on in the chat box going on Let's Talk. And the truth is we're going to be changing soon. Let's Talk is going to be coming Let's Chat. And starting in December, we're all going to be in a new Zoom room. It's actually going to be this room. And you're going to hear more information as we move forward. But the very first week, the first Tuesday of December, all of the clients of Healthy 365 and another client support page that's joining us, they're going to get to hear some client support stories. One of those being Vera's. We're featuring Vera in the very first call. She's going to get to share her personal journey, as well as just get some tips. You know, we're hitting on those habits of health. You know, hopefully your clients are reading the book, the Habits of Health book, but not all of them are picking it up. So we're going to infuse some of that information, some of that education in those Tuesday night calls. So I love the fact that you all know now how to Zoom. You know how to get on these calls, so hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday night. I know we ran past our time.
I just want to throw in also Tuesday night call. It's up to us to get our clients on that call. It's up to us. It's how we portray this call, how important and where the value is. If we build the value for this call, we can blow this call up. And this is really for our clients. This is really to help move them forward and have them get that long-term transformation. So
yeah, it's that same duplicable system. If you guys get on the call, guess what will happen? Your clients will also get on the call. If you never get on Tuesday nights, I promise you, almost none of your clients are getting on. It is this crazy. You might not even tell them you're not getting on, but somehow this same stuff gets duplicated over and over and over. It's like if you're struggling on program, guess what? I bet you a lot of your clients are struggling too. It is this crazy thing that's happened. I've been watching it for 3.5 years. I don't know how it happens, but it does. And it just trickles down. It just trickles down. So what you do gets duplicated by your clients. So I don't want to keep any of you any longer. I know it's getting late. Some people already hopped off. But if you want to stay on, if you have any questions, we're happy to stay on. Questions for the good of the group. If you have a specific question, I'm going to ask you that to save that for the side, and we'll take that after the call is over.
Great. I want to say, Michelle, I know we didn't bring it up, and I wanted to. All you guys are coaches coaching other people, which means that your clients, if they have questions and they're asking, you're supposed to know the answers. Or ask somebody else in the mentor line, your mentor, something like that, will know the answer. So, guys, study the program. If you don't know it in the back of your hand, how do you expect your clients to learn it? So, like, I know a lot of you ask questions, but we have like a thing of coaches asking questions, which is so great because I want everybody to answer each other. But think about even like, you should know if you're a lady chickpeas on program. It should, like, a coach shouldn't be asking that question if they don't know the answer. I'm not blaming anyone and saying they don't, I'm just throwing that out as an example. But like, you should really kind of know the program as best as you can so you can offer it. So if you're struggling yourself, delve into the materials you have also over the weekend. Look it over. Be confident. So when you give it over, you have to know program to give over program. So I just want you guys to take that into consideration. I don't mean about it. I just think it would be very helpful. And now you guys could.
If you just want to pop off mute, if you have a question, feel free just to pop off mute, and we'll be happy to. Any of us could answer those questions. Any of the people that's
Ray just made a comment over there. I don't know if anyone saw it, but just because something works for you on program doesn't mean that that's going to work for weighed your vegetables and you still got to goal. Like, congratulations, but you can have a client suffering and not losing weight at all if